Peace and blessings, y'all. This is your boy Gerald. It is Monday, the 9th of May, 2016. How is everybody doing? I wanted to put this out real quick before I started my day, so it's going to be short and sweet. I know you saw the title. I know you saw it, right? I think now more than ever, people are starting to give themselves permission to ground their feet. I think more than ever now, people are starting to invest in the things that matter, not the things that distract us on our day to day, not the things that we feel that we must have possession of because it boosts our self-esteem. I believe now more than ever, I've been echoing this, and I know in intended time, intended heart, even to yourself, you're going to have to come to terms. But ask yourself this: what if you were wrong? That's right. What if what makes your personality, what makes your perceptions were wrong? You would have to come to a place of vulnerability to admit to yourself that everything that you built it upon was an illusion. And I see it more than ever. I think y'all see it too, because now more than ever, you're seeing it splash around you. It's seen in the movies. It's seen on the yeah, what they call entertainment. It is pumped into your ears, and you're starting to take note. And the philosophies and your beliefs are starting to say, "Hey, wait a minute. I didn't sign up for that. Hey, wait a minute. I should have made a left when I made a right." But you know what's sad about that, y'all? You know what's sad? Because we live in a world that is fostered by pride and ego. Mm-hmm. The old cliche bait and switch. And what's sad, because I know you've all heard this too, you've seen examples of people holding a position to that last breath. Some people even have the audacity to take it to their grave. That's why they feel that secrets are not meant to be shared, they're meant to be embraced. I know I'm talking to someone. What if you were wrong? Because if you admitted that you were wrong about the choices that you have made, I guarantee the weight that is found inside you would be lifted. A clarity would come with the coming. The understanding that of what was validated was not based off of illusion, but was based off of worth of your life. I know I'm talking to someone. But you know what's really amazing about that? Really is blessed. It would start to give you some understanding of why you feel the pain you feeling. Remember, I told you, God never asked for your permission. He created you. But every time we choose to step outside that box, to allow things that have no merit, no value to sway, there's always a price. Think about all the things that you had epiphanies for, and you were saying, well, you know what? I'm all in now, so I can't turn around, because if I do, they might think I'm weak. When in actuality, they really look at you in awe because you are being foolish because you can't see your worth. Let me tell you something. This is not a rant. The moment that you decide to love yourself, guess what? The person looking back at you will be okay. But until you do, the people in the cheap seats are going to have strongholds on your life. They're going to tell you what they want you to hear, not what you need to know. How many times do you have to beat yourself upside that wall when you know what you feel is your discernment telling you otherwise? What if you were wrong? Your life is not based off of faking it to make it. Maybe that is the reason why you don't know where you're going. Maybe that's the reason why you feel that unsureness of yourself. That unsureness that you're feeling is the love that you rightfully should have for you. So how can you call yourself strong? How can you be the example of the position that you carry? Because we have plenty of people that want to turn up on 10, but silently want to admit they're being turned out. I know I'm talking to someone. You think because you knock down, that's gonna be your end all be all? No. We've seen it buried in the media where people were displaced 1 minute and millionaires the next. And all those people that were in the cheap seats, all those people that had something to say but no support. And you know that's so amazing about that? People always got something to say, but the things that should be said have no weight, have no bearing. You know why? Because it's fear-based, y'all. It's fear-based. It takes you, it must look, because I said I'm not going to take too much of your time. You want to change your life, you want to see your life the way it should be, unfiltered, make a conscious decision to speak your truth. Don't take the easy way out when it comes to communication. It's your communication. It's your worth. So guess what? When you feel a little uncomfortable when you're having a dialogue, why don't you ask the questions that matter? See, that's more easier said than done because some people know. You come to understand that the people that are connected to you are nothing but a representation of your state of mind. So therefore, you got to come to a place of honesty, authentic, real, and look at it for what it is. Some people will make a conscious decision to get close to you as possible, only to destroy your life. Why? Because they already see your potential. They knew it the moment they heard your first hello. And systematically, they have been dissecting you. Come on now. Look at all those occasions when you walk with them. If you're constantly seeing disappointment, if you're constantly taking a loss, if you're constantly feeling like you took 5 steps back because you were standing with that one person at that moment, why won't you admit that you were wrong? Won't you admit to yourself that was not where you should have been? I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this because you deserve truth. Even though God gave you the breath of life and your legacy was written, guess what? Your actions It's the canvas. I can't make you see your worth. But trust when I tell you this. If you feel that your back is to the wall, maybe you admit to yourself you were wrong. Because guess what? What's got you stuck is your fear of the truth. God don't punish us, He protects us, even from ourselves. But until you decide to humble yourself, until you decide to humble yourself, admit to yourself that you deserve better, will it come? And I'm going to share this and I'm going to leave it alone. My queens, you know I love you. I'm rooting for you. But we all got to do our work. I'm going to share this and I'm going to wrap it up. Yesterday, going to work, right? As I always do, I stop and grab some lunch before I head in. So just so happened, real quick, I already know what I'm going to get before I get out my Jeep, roll in, grab my stuff, headed to the register. As I stand in the register, there's this woman, and she had all these groceries, right? And I noticed that she pulled her cell phone out, and there was a barcode on the screen. Now that was none of my business, but I just wanted to keep it moving on for me, right? So I'm watching her. She pulls the barcode, lady scans it, and then she says, "Well, what about this here?" And the lady says, "Well, you know what? You can't use this and use that in conjunction. It's either one or the other." So in turn, she still had like 10 items. She was like, "Well, I don't want that. I don't want it." And the lady looks at her. She sure? Now, meanwhile, I'm the next person to be rung up. I look at her and I say, "How much is that?" And it was like maybe $20. I said, "Add that to my total." She looked at me, was like, "I don't want it. I don't need it." And I looked at her back and I said, "If you didn't need it, why'd you put it on the counter to be paid?" That's okay. I can wait. I said, "Queen, why are you blocking your blessings?" Because see, she automatically assumed because I'm showing compassion, because it was not my business nor my burden, that I wanted something. And she was right. I did want something. Because when she had her disposition, like thinking that I was sniffing under her skirt, all I said in return was, in the intended time and moment, give that to someone else. You will see it again. And she was dumbfounded. And I say this with respect, because she couldn't believe that a man, that's right, I'm one of the good ones, would show acts of kindness without an agenda. Queens, let me tell you something. You need to get off your high horse. Stop letting your pride and ego blocking your intended blessings. I know I'm talking to somebody. How many times you didn't see something that had your name written on it? You knew because of your actions, you watched it go away. Sometimes when someone's in your presence, doesn't mean they want something they want something from you. Maybe they want to give you something in return. Because all things come full circle. So I say to you all, the moment that you decide to be authentic, The moment that you can decide that you don't have to lie today, you have to speak your truth. The moment that you decide that your environment is dictated by the state of mind, that's the moment that you will finally know what freedom feels like, but also what peace of mind is all about. God is praying for you. You know I am. I see your worth. And for that, it helps me discern mine. But right before I go, I'm going to throw this out here too. My queens, right now there's a big phenomenon going on with some of y'all, not all of you, that you think that this is all you need to get there. There's been nothing but a big revolution of people doing the waist trainers, doing the camouflage, using this, not this, not this. Let me tell you something. Number one, stop being ashamed of what you look like in the mirror. Number two, do you not realize by you going that route, trying to restrain your organs, you are compressing them. There is a price that you will pay by doing that. Number three, by using that tactic, you're going to only attract the men that will never love you. That's why I always told you from day one, stop looking for a man. The right one will come when you're prepared for him, because he'll be spiritual. And guess what? He'll love every hair follicle down to your toenails, because he's earned the right to protect your heart, because he has the keys to the other side of your life. And mind you, here's what you don't know what you're doing, because some of y'all are going to hear this and keep doing that. Do you realize what's happening? You're teaching your body to be proportioned, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to end up being the big mama of tomorrow, because you're teaching your body how to perform. Be blessed, y'all. Love to hear from you. And of course, this is a beautiful week. Sidestep the negative. Always ground your feet. But most importantly, place God first in everything you do. Love yourself and watch what he shows you. Be blessed, y'all. Love to hear from you. Bye.